Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are committed to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And I was scrolling through TikTok today, and I saw this video, and it really touched me. The lady said, "What do they want from us? Why are they so obsessed with us? Why are people so obsessed with Black Americans? What have we done to people that they put all of their attention on us, no matter how much we tell them what has happened to us? And not only to us, what has happened to them? The same people who have done things to us have done things to them. And yet they put all of their anger and their animosity and their distrust on us. What have we done to the world?" So I'm going to let you listen to this woman's video.
Did anybody ever ask, what do people want from us? Was it something in the books that was not checked off that colored people owed somebody? I'm just saying, is there anything that what we supposed to have done that we didn't do? What is it, y'all? Because what is it about a race of people that makes people not want to do anything or feel like we do not belong, we should not have? They feel like we're entitled, and they're showing us that we're not entitled to anything. We're not entitled to speak. We're not entitled to do nothing.
This is a question that I think all Black Americans ask at some point in time. Why are they obsessed with us? What do they want from us? What do they want from us? What does the world want from us? They want our culture. They want our creativity. They want our political power. They want our social justice frameworks, because we can see that happening now, even over in Albania. And even in England, when the young English guy was killed, he was saying, "I can't breathe." And the people were out in the street saying, "I can't breathe," just like George Floyd. That is our social justice framework. I can't breathe. The anti Blackness that is global is crazy. It is crazy that other human beings can look at you and say, "I'm human, but you're not," when it's really the other way around. But that's a discussion for another day. But what is it about us that triggers people that's so obsessive, that people feel like they can hurt us, that they don't have to acknowledge our humanity? What is wrong with the world?
And they're showing us that we're not entitled to anything. We're not entitled to speak. We're not entitled to do nothing. What is it that Black people owe? Because they're not saying nothing. They just go into the courtrooms. They take away your rights. They saying they don't think that the Black people, the Black or the brown, don't need to be represented. We should just live in this United States of America and not be represented. All of the rights need to be taken away. We're not. I mean, I'm just saying, did anybody ask them, what is it?
I think she's asking an answerable question. What is it? And when we pull away the layers, when we pull away all of the layers, and when we shuck it down to a cob, it comes down to what Dr. Francis Wilson said: genetic annihilation for white Americans. They are worried about becoming endangered or maybe even extinct. At any rate, they are worried about becoming a minority in a country that they feel is theirs. They came over here and took this country by force. They are invaders, but to them, this country belongs to them. This country was established by them, the United States of America. And then everybody else is trying to sing along with them, even though they have invaded these other people's countries, including the African countries, the Asian countries, the Hispanic countries, the Indian countries. They've all invaded the countries, and yet when they come to the United States, they put all of their anger and hostility on us. That's a sign of cowardly people. That's the first thing. Now, white people, we sort of get. White people are afraid of genetic annihilation, and these other people are afraid of white people. Now, really, if you just want to shuck it down to a cob and call a thing, that's what it is. The white people are afraid of losing power. So they are doing everything they can to lock down their power. And see, while we're thinking about next year or year after next, they're thinking about 50 years from now or 20 years from now. And to see their birth rate, which is really by all of their scientists tell them that this is irreversible. So they're either going to have to bring some other people in and make them white, or they're just going to become more vicious. Immigrants are trying to assimilate into whiteness so they won't have to suffer the wrath of white people's anger, but they won't be able to. They won't be able to because white people have already told them they are never going to be one of them. But that's what's going on with the immigrants. They are trying very, very hard to assimilate into whiteness. Now, we don't understand that, and we also know that they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it the way they think they are. They might be white on paper, but they're never going to be given white privilege.
What did black people do to people to where they feel like we do not belong?
I want to answer this question straight up. We haven't done anything to these people, not a damn thing. America has a hierarchy, and they're trying to get inside the hierarchy without being at the bottom. So they're trying to keep us at the bottom. It really comes down to that. And it seems like by them trying to deny us our humanity, that means we're on the bottom, but we're not on the bottom. Our culture, our creativity, our social justice movement, everything that we are says that we're not the bottom, but they want us to be on the bottom because they don't want to be on the bottom. There you have it.
And I'm trying to find out, when do black people, what do we do besides boycotting cotton, besides protesting? That's not working. I'm seeing another boycott with the football in the colleges. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work, honey. That ain't gonna work. I'm just saying, what does it need to take?
She sounds discouraged, and she is projecting a defeatist attitude. But here's the truth: boycotts do work. Protesting and boycotting work. You can't just sit back and just let things happen. The only thing is they don't believe that we will follow through on things. And asking those football players, those young people, to give up their lives when you got all these old black people and a lot of young black people too, whose livelihoods and who are not starting out in life, who could be doing something. They don't want to do anything, but they want the young people to take it on. But let me tell you something. If those young people actually started boycotting, especially these Southern colleges, it would make a difference. There's a reason why these Southern colleges are not taking an arrogant attitude like that white sportscaster and telling the black players to boycott if they wanted to, because they know that if those black players leave those colleges and go to USC or UCLA or Notre Dame or Penn State, they know that their programs are over. These black players are making billions of dollars for these Southern colleges. In 1970, when Alabama, the University of Alabama, played USC in Birmingham, Bear Bryant, the winningest coach of all, Bear Bryant, had an all white Alabama football team. And he wasn't going to have any black players. And USC came to Birmingham and blew Alabama out of Legion Field. USC won 42-21, and Bear Bryant said, "I'm going to get some black players on this team." And Alabama has not been without black players since. So don't think for 1 minute that if the boys decided to boycott, it would make a difference. But I'm just telling you, it shouldn't be left up to them. It should be left up to the grown people. They want to sit around and act cute and use a lot of big words and all, and they want somebody else to do the heavy lifting. No, we, the other black people, ought to do heavy lifting. We just need a leader. We just need leadership. We need leadership. But don't you think for 1 minute that boycotting and protesting and black people speaking their minds doesn't make a difference? Because it does. So what do they want from us? Well, they want us to comply. They want us to be like everybody else. They want us to want to assimilate into whiteness and just take whatever they put out so they can stay in power. That's what they want. That's what they want from us. We haven't done anything to them, but that's what they want. That's what white people want. But unfortunately, we aren't built that way. So they won't get that from us. And I think we're doing okay. We just need to keep each other built up because there's nothing wrong with how we're doing things. We are not perfect, but we're okay. And that's how we have to move forward. Okay, y'all, let me know how you think and let me know what you think about this video and have a good evening.